Hello, folks. This is Anthony. Welcome back to the only Honda Snowblower channel on YouTube. I wanted to show you something today. Adjusting the idle and the throttle on a Honda HS828 snowblower. This will be good for the hydrostatic models, the HS624-724-828-928. 1132 and the 1332. I've done this hundreds of times. In the past videos, I usually take shortcuts, take all the parts off and then show you everything just to save time. But people have been saying, look, I need to know how you take off this or take off that, and do this, what tools I need and stuff like that. So this is going to be a little bit, hopefully this will be a little bit better. Please visit our Honda group on Facebook, Honda Snowblower Enthusiasts. We have 3,300 members now. Yeah, worldwide. Many dealers, lots of Honda techs, small engine techs, a lot of good people that can answer your questions. We started this YouTube channel because people were asking me to do videos. I know they're not the greatest, folks. I don't have a production team. I don't have expensive software or anything. I just try to make these as simple and as informative as possible. So let's get started on this. Hopefully this will help you. The reason why you want to set your idles and your throttles on a snowblower is because you want to get the most power for the buck. Most of the machines I tune up, they're around 3,200, 3,300 the fast throttle. And so you're losing about 10% of your power, if it's not up to around the 3,600. And you don't really, on idle, after you start it, you put it down on idle, you don't want it revving up too high. So I'm going to show you how to do both. And it's fairly easy. Let me show you the tools that you need for this first. You need a 10 millimeter wrench or socket. 12 millimeter. The only reason you need this is because a lot of times I remove the muffler, or I have to pull the muffler out of the way to get the top plate off right. And I need two 12 millimeter wrenches, and I need a long Phillips head screwdriver. Okay, so let me show you first where their adjustments are with everything on, because sometimes you can do this with the top plate on. All right, let me show you. There's an idle set screw in here. Let's see if I can show you that. You see that screw right there? It's on the muffler side. That's an idle set screw. You can set your idle at that screw. Another screw is inside here on your carburetor. And you can go through this hole. Where's my screwdriver? You see this hole right here? You can go in there. You need a flashlight to look underneath to see where the black idle screw is, and you can adjust it there too. So I'm going to show you that when I turn the engine on. And then if you got your if you have your RPMs too low, you can adjust your throttle cable. Here's your throttle cable underneath the control panel. You have two nuts here. You got your lock nut and your adjusting nut. So you loosen your lock nut and you adjust this up if you want more throttle. Just use some trial and error with a small engine tachometer, and you can get it. See, right now I've already set it, so it's all set. But if I had to raise the idle, loosen your lock nut, I would tighten this nut up a little bit, tighten this back up, and then check my RPMs on the tachometer. The last thing you need is a tachometer. I have this small engine tachometer that you can get on eBay or Amazon. I don't know what they're going for now. 10, 12 bucks, 15 bucks. And you can wrap the wire around the spark plug wire. See, here's the spark plug wire. You can wrap it around 4 or 5 times and then tape the end to the wire. But what I did is I got an alligator clip and I put the wire in the alligator clip. So now all I have to do is it saves me a heck of a lot of time. Since it'll save you a lot of time too. All you got to do is hook it onto your wire there, and it will show your RPMs on the tachometer. So okay, let's go step by step here. It's fairly easy. This is your air cover. By the way, there's no air filters on a. They call it the air filter cover, but there's no air filters on a snowblower, any snowblower. The reason why is because in the wintertime there's no dust. There's no dust to filter out, and plus, the wet snow would saturate the air filter element and freeze up, and then you would choke out your engine. So that's why I get that question so many times. Okay, let me see, what else do I have to do? I'm gonna loosen up this this muffler a little bit. It has to be pulled away a little bit. 12 millimeter. It just has to be pushed out of the way so I can get the top plate off. I loosened this up already. This has to be taken off. The top plate is mounted down here. One part of it's mounted down here with the carburetor. So you have to loosen this up. Let me get my 12 millimeter wrench. Loosen this up. Just loosen it up enough so you can pull it out. And you got a little screw right here. Phillips head screw. Sometimes there's a 10 millimeter bolt. And what you need for that is a Phillips head screwdriver. Sometimes it's, see, I already loosened it up. Sometimes it's stuck, from years and years and years. So what I do is I put the screwdriver on the head and then I hit the top with a rubber mallet. I just bang, 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 bang a little bit, and a lot of times that will loosen up the rust or whatever that's on the screw. So, most of my tools are magnetized, so I won't lose the little stuff like that. Okay, I got that off. Now I can pull the plate, this top plate. Now, a lot of this I already showed you. You can do it without removing this stuff, but it's a lot easier to do this. You can take the muffler off if you want to. You can take the plug out easily, clean the plug if need be. So I'm just showing you this so I can show you the actual. It's a lot easier to show the adjustments here. See, here's your screws. Here's your idle set screw that I was showing you from the muffler side. You can adjust that with everything on if you want to. I got to tighten up the muffler because we're going to start the engine in a minute. Let's see. My high paid assistant's under the weather today, so she can't work. She can't hold the camera for me, so I'm sorry about that. I appreciate your patience on this. I mean, I know my video is a little bit, like a 12-year-old did them, but this is the best I can do right now until I become a millionaire. I don't make anything on these videos, but it's easier for you guys to learn from them. So that's why I'm doing this. I get so many questions. I write articles on it, but sometimes it's hard to follow. So now I got access to everything. Let's see. Here's your, this is your fast throttle set screw. Now you want to back this out. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it's buttoned up against there. But I'm gonna show you what I do, because I already said everything. But I'm gonna redo it. So I'm going to loosen this set screw from the plate. You can see now it's not touching the plate. You see a little bit of space there. Okay. Here, this screw here is for your choke. That's a whole different topic on setting the choke. I did a video on that, but this is specifically for idle and fast throttle. Now I'm going to start the machine. I've already got the tachometer attached, and I'm going to show you the tachometer while I'm doing the adjustments. It was a little bit too high. It was like 3,900 for this engine. So I didn't have to do any adjustments down here on your throttle cable. I didn't have to do the adjustments there to raise the throttle, but I had to use the set screw to lower the RPM. So let's do the idle first. I'll start it up. I'll show you the two ways to do the idle. You might not, I'm not sure if you can hear my voice. So I'm going to start it up. I'm just going to be showing you the tachometer and the adjustments. Let's see if this thing will start. All right, I put the choke on. Oh, wait a minute. You know, when you loosen up your nut right there to take off the top plate, you got to tighten it up. Otherwise, it won't start. You got a vacuum leak, of course, so it's not going to start. So you tighten that up good, well, and let's see if it will start now. And I'll show you these adjustments. Okay, that's the choke. You see how it's running? Okay, 1900, 1800, that's too low. So I can adjust it two ways. I can tighten up this black screw here. Or I can tighten up this one. It should be around 2140, so let's go a little bit more. Alright, that's a little bit too high. Alright, that's much better. Now let's do the fast throttle. That's too high. That was pretty close, 3680. It should be around 3650. Plus the minus 150 on this 828. You see that? I don't know if you noticed it. I didn't. Not sure if you could hear me, but when I was letting go of when I was pushing this in, pushing it into fast, it was backing off by itself. Now that's a pretty. We get this question a number of times. First of all, you want to make sure that this screw is nice and tight. This is where your throttle cable goes under here. There's a metal piece. You want to make sure that's tight so you don't have any play right there. And then you saw me. Here's underneath the throttle, the control panel. You see me with a 10 millimeter socket wrench tightening up that nut. The reason why that nut was loose is because I just changed the throttle cable and I forgot to tighten it. So it kept on backing off by itself, as you probably noticed. So I tightened it up so when I push it into place in the fast, it will stay there. And then I was able to adjust it correctly. It's the best I can do with one hand. But it really didn't take very long. If you got both hands, it would have been a lot quicker. So I hope this video helps you. Once you've got that all set up, you've checked your plug if you want to. You can check everything underneath here. Make sure, see how clean it is. There's no rust or anything, and so you can check things with the top plate off. And once you got everything done, then you can put this top plate back on. Just do it the exact opposite as how you took it off, and and you should be good to go. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you think this video helped you to the channel. Visit our Facebook group by the same name. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.